Alright guys, we are back today with my 2010 Lincoln MKX, and this is going to be a 1 year and 1 month ownership update and final farewell. This is probably about the 12th car I've made with a 1 year ownership and final farewell video, but here it is. That's how it goes. And as you have seen in the last few videos, you kind of found the replacement for this. I also got another replacement to replace the Windstar down the road, but that's a whole different video in its own. Long story short, I sold this and the people are coming to get it tonight, so I've been having a hell of a time trying to sell this thing, and I've been on it for about 2.5 months now, and I've been dropping the price more and more and more, and we're eventually at my bottom line, what I would take for it for me to feel comfortable walking away with it. Otherwise, I was going to just keep it and drive it, but like I said, something else replaced the Windstar, so this would have had to go anyways. So long story short, it's going. So anyways, I'm not making absolutely no money on this thing. That's why you can see I took the sport wheels off of it. I put 30,000 miles on the car. I certainly got my use out of it. I really did. It's been a great car, and I'm not selling a perfect car either. So these wheels, they're pitting pretty bad, so they might need to be all replaced in the coming months. And that's what I would have done if I kept it. But not a fan of the sport wheels, not a fan of the way they rode. But I had snow tires, so I kind of had to stick it out on those. These are the Blizzaks. Obviously, they've got about 1,000 miles on them in the summer heat. They're wearing down, but honestly, I would just drive these until the next spring and get new wheels and tires, maybe 18s again, or 20s or something, but not 22s. Like I said, so the car is perfect, virtually perfect other than that. Other from my update video I made back in April or May, nothing's really changed, and the car's been sitting since I really bought the Focus, my 2008 little work car I use, but this has been sitting basically since then. So I have an airplane going right above there. I apologize for the noise, but and here's the Lincoln, guys. Like, it's been a fantastic vehicle. I really have no complaints with it. It's perfect. I wish I could keep it. If that Focus did not pop up on Craigslist that one night, I would have certainly kept this. Great daily, especially with these wheels again. You're getting 26 miles a gallon out of this, and awesome car. The ownership was great. Front wheel drive, I prefer front wheel drive, so I like it because it's less complicated, it's lighter on the vehicle, better my MPGs. Overall, I like front wheel drive, and that's what this is. I did back it into a trash can over the winter. I backed it into our recycling bin, and I cracked the light. It doesn't leak water. It looks ugly. I was actually going to replace it and kind of maybe hang that on the wall for like some garage art, and you can wire that in to make it light up. But these are about $250, and I just didn't care to spend the money. I don't really care that it's there, but the next people are going to see that. So looking down here, we do have a trailer hitch that I had installed back in the winter time. I had to haul quite a few trailers with it. Nothing too crazy. The craziest thing I really pulled, which was probably over what this is recommended to tow, was my Focus. When I bought it, I trailered that behind a U-Haul trailer, but it still did good. It's just wear and tear on the other components and stuff. But looking at it, new brakes all around as of last fall. So we just slotted or cross-drilled rotors, ceramic pads. I did paint the calipers black as well, so they look pretty good behind these really heavily pitted wheels. I mean, the past winter did those no good, but they're riding on Blizzaks with probably about 80% tread life. Like I said, car's been perfect. As you can see, we got the glass roof popped on it. Really attractive front end. This is my favorite generation MKX. The only reason I would upgrade to the next gen is for the 3.7 liter V6. Those are just crazy to drive, and this is nothing to laugh at either. This definitely has good pickup, but the 3.7 is where it's at really for these. Projector headlights, they are LED swapped, and the fog lights down there, and these are active bending, so that's a really nice feature I was quite spoiled with. Unfortunately, my next vehicle does not have that. Maybe down the road, but again, that's a whole nother video in its own. Just a handsome looking car. It cleans up really good. I cleaned this last week, so it's been sitting out. It's been getting dusty, but it's already sold, so I just want to get one last farewell video of it. We do have a remote start of it. I lost the second key, so if I find it, I'll send it to the next guy, but we'll start it with the remote here. One click and then two more. You'll hear it start up. Just have that classic 3.5 liter V6 startup. And you saw the headlights, they did move and they recalibrated. Well, again, looking at it, I have just enjoyed this thing so much. Keyless entry, I just figured out the code for the keyless entry too, so I've been using that actually. So looking at the interior, it's basically how I bought it. It's in great shape other than the cracked wood. Everything else is worn out fine. 30,000 miles of highway driving, that's really what it is. It would have been 40,000 miles if I hadn't got the Focus by now, but like I said, the car hasn't really moved a whole lot in the past 3-4 months, really. So interior, leather seat holds up really good. It's held up good. Nothing to complain about. We got the all-weather floor mats down there. Do have the automatic headlights, which I think the next car has automatic headlights. That's a really nice feature you kind of forget about, but it's nice that you have it. We'll stick the key in here and just flick it on. So looking at it here, we have a low tire pressure. Unfortunately, one of the valve stems leaked on it, and it's one of these special integrated ones, so they're not cheap. So I bought a $20 one on eBay. Probably shouldn't have done that, and now it's not calibrating to the car. We do have air pressure, but it just needs to be reflashed, and I'm letting the next person do that just because I'm taking kind of a loss on this. I'm not worried about it though. Don't think I'm worried about it, but if I'm buying one of these again, we'll keep it for the long haul. But looking at it, we're at 88,101, and it's low on gas. So anyways, I don't want to take it all over the town, but looking at it, we got the leather wrapped wheel with the wood grain. I never liked this at first. I do now. It's been quite nice, and the interior is just a handsome interior. It was ridiculed really bad back when it came out for being like a rebadge of an Edge, and it is, but I feel like they dressed it up really good, especially for when this came out in 2007. I think it aged quite well. Looking at the hard touch buttons, I do like this. It's a nice feature over the next generation, the 11 through 15 models. Personally, I like this. The only thing that really drives me crazy is this gap around the radio. It looks like they just threw it in there, and every time I get in the car, I just look at this gap. It drives me crazy. If that's the least of my worries though. So everything else has been great. We have some storage down here. So sync Microsoft, we have Bluetooth and all that good stuff. I mean, the car is ready to go. It really needs nothing. It's got the THX audio, which I think it's got 14 speakers that the sales ad said it had. So it's got a 14 speaker sound system. I can only count 10, so there's probably some tweeters in those speakers down there. We have some tweeters back there. And the glass roof, of course, it's another one of my favorite features. So that does open up all the way, and it will stop, and you can actually open it up like, say, another foot. So I mean, it's just a nice thing. Both of my next cars don't have that, unfortunately. But we'll look at here. We do have the leather owner's manual. I'll let that next owner have that. And we do have the window sticker in here, so we'll check out the window sticker real fast if you haven't seen it before. There it is, and this is why I like it. This thing really does get over what it is estimated. I mean, I was getting 26, so there's the options it has. It's missing one other option, which is basically heated rear seats and the 20-inch chrome wheels. So I'll put that away after the video. But yeah, the glove box is not damped, which I give a shit less over damped glove box. But I'll give it a quick rev here. It's got that really nice Edge exhaust. I always liked the way those baffles made this exhaust sound on this car, but we'll turn the headlights right here. We'll pop the hood. This one does not have power pedals, which is a weird feature Ford always put in their cars, but I just realized no power pedals. So, go out to the rear here. Check it out. It's been packed a few times. It's a good people hauler. Nobody really complains. Back seats are in really basically brand new shape. Otherwise, of the people that I have hauled, I don't really think it's seen a whole lot of people. So, looking at it, we have a console right here, armrest, and looking up, you do have a really nice, again, skylight for the rear passengers. Thigh support isn't great, but you know, it's whatever. Some vents back here. We have, of course, the 12 volt and the lights for the mood lighting down there, which they're off right now, but one thing I did notice about this car that I don't know if it happened in my ownership or what, but this little panel came loose. I'm guessing this is probably to service like the cooled seats, heated seats, etc. But it did come unhinged, so I'm not going to worry about that though. Then looking at the interior in the front real fast one last time, you can just see the sky. It's amazing. It's an amazing cabin. I love the color combinations. and everything, even the soft touch materials, though they're Ford soft touch, it's nice. So this doesn't have the easy fuel, which Ford did put in their cars right around 010. So that's a feature that I kind of wish this did have, was the easy fuel system. But no backup camera on this, but we do have the sensors, which I don't care about a camera. I don't really need it. But looking at it back here, I've used it quite a few times. The carpet's a little stained, but it's nothing that can't be shampooed out. Looking back here, you have a full-size spare, or almost a full-size spare, and you have the trailer wiring for when you pull a trailer, which it's an aftermarket hitch, so it kind of hangs out like this, which I give a shit less. The car was amazing in this ownership. Right here, you hit the buttons to fold the seats. It'll fold that flat right there, so quite a bit of room. It's a bullshit-free car. I mean, that's a good way to put it. So. Sometimes the trunk doesn't want to latch shut. It's a programming issue. A lot of these power trunks do have, but you just gotta slam it shut, really. So there it is, seat folded flat. It's awesome. Got the all-weather floor mats back here, of course. Again, I didn't go crazy on it. As I said, we're not making a whole lot of money on this thing, so you know, it's clean enough. So. And there everything is on the passenger side. The seats could use a conditioning. They're getting a little dry from the sun right up here. You can really tell that some of them, they shrink up, and this piping actually kind of shrinks up here. That's just a Ford quality leather thing. A lot of Fords do that. But yeah, there it is. Check under the engine real fast. Under the hood, as you can see those LED headlights, the fog lights down below. Really gonna miss the look of this car, and it's got a really big footprint. So I mean, when you're washing it, you kind of have to get a step ladder to get up there. But it's just a massive car, really, for an SUV. But looking under the hood, we do have a 3.5 liter V6, right around 265 horsepower, 250 pound-feet of torque. As you can see, I put the stock air box back on it. It's a great engine. It's really is good. It's a good motor. Quick, it moves out pretty good. It's like I said, bullshit free. These do have a water pump issue that do go out at some point, and it's about a $2,000 job to have done. Nothing I really wanted to deal with, and nothing I was really worried about, but nonetheless, it's still stuck in the back of my mind that the water pump could go out on it. But other than that, transmission, engine are solid as of right now. So guys, here is the 2010 MKX. I know I haven't showed it a whole lot, but hope you enjoyed seeing it, and I'm really going to miss it, but I look forward to the next vehicles that we're going to be working on. So as usual, guys, thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you all later.